just so it's spinning on that thing, right? The tall stick.
Yeah.
So if you just go like this, looking at me when I tell you what to do.
If you
just go like this, it should come right towards you. You know.
Yep.
How do you bring this down a little bit? Which button?
Like this.
Just push it. Oh, perfect.
Oh, look at that. Oh, what do you know?
I can't believe it.
Podcaster.
That's cute. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Doing that again.
All right. You got to leave that.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Movie Mob Podcast, episode 70, Christmas special after Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas. We did. We're back in studio here for this special event. Matt, Sam, Nick, behind the camera, like we never left. How you doing, guys? I hope you had a good holiday season.
I feel like
Christmas
it was just
season.
yesterday that you were
man.
here.
It does. It really does. But
It's crazy.
we're back, and we got a lot to catch up on. A lot of stuff, a lot of movies we saw, a lot of trailers came out. Strikes are over. That's good. We're back in business, all right? The first one, Jonathan Majors. We know him. Kang the Conqueror. I forget his name in Creed 3, but he was good in Creed 3. Creed 3 is becoming a reality.
Oh, yeah, literally.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Prophesizing.
But Jonathan Majors, he was convicted, which is not good.
And sentenced to death.
Pretty much.
Guillotine.
Like sentenced to death in Hollywood.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
What a rise and fall, quick one. Because he was like all of a sudden like, oh, this is the next guy up.
No, literally.
And then, no. He was fired by Marvel as Kang the Conqueror. We'll talk about that in a minute about the how that's going to work. But it's big news. I mean, I'm bummed in terms of like he was a good actor, and he's probably not going to bounce back from this. Who knows?
He's not.
But I mean,
He's not
obviously,
coming back.
if he did do these things, he should be punished
No,
accordingly.
we have to
Yeah.
say that he did because he was convicted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true.
So he did.
Yeah.
Before,
haven't
I
been-
was all up everybody's ass about it because I was saying
Yeah.
he's not convicted yet, and you never know. But once the jury comes out and says, yeah, you did it, you know what I mean? Then you're done. You're
'Cause
screwed.
have you been like following it?
No,
Detailed?
because everything
I
was
really
kept
haven't
so
either.
private,
Yeah.
you know? And then, but I sent it to you right when I saw that. I
Yeah.
went, oh, shit.
Came out of
That's
nowhere.
crazy. I know.
Yeah. I mean,
I
Sam,
know.
what do you think? Does this bum you out?
A little bit. Like you were saying earlier, I think he's a good actor. You know, I think all the roles that he's portrayed, especially in Creed, I thought he was
Yeah, he was
excellent.
good.
But, you know, you can't do this. You're given an opportunity and you just throw it away.
Amen.
You know, there's not too much else I can say about this.
Look at this guy.
I like that. You're short and sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's nice. You're right. Well, if you're a guy in his position, you're at the top of the world, basically. He's like on the rise. Then you fall back. How do you allow that to happen, Nick?
Well, it's pretty simple. You beat up your girlfriend.
Yeah,
And
that's
you know?
It's one way
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You got anything on this? We've
Yeah,
seen him as Kang. We saw
Listen.
Ant-Man, right? You saw Ant-Man.
I mean, listen, in
Unfortunately.
today's world, you got to be squeaky clean. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because the Vultures, good, album coming soon.
Yep.
No, you got to be squeaky clean because you do something, everyone's going to find out. It's one click away. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
It's
like you said, he was the next guy up. You know, he's obviously a very good, talented actor. And, you know, right when he was kind of ascending, you know what I mean? He was becoming a name.
Yep.
You know, it comes out, and you guys are right. He's probably done.
And he has a new movie coming out still like in the next few months where he plays like a bodybuilder. And he's been already getting like acclaim for that before this happened.
Oh, he's a good actor. He's very talented.
So you got to wonder,
You know?
like, when he comes out, is that an Oscar performance or do they not? You know, it's like, it's complicated stuff.
And he's got like the body and kind of built to play like those kind of
yeah.
roles. You know what I mean? Those
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like muscle, macho roles. But
What did you, so now Marvel side of things,
yeah.
right? He's fired as Kang, and it's kind of up in the air whether they're going to recast Kang or not. To me, this is the easiest recast ever. You're doing this multiverse thing. Of course, you can
True.
recast them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you guys like? Would you guys like to see them just kind of leave it where it is after Loki season 2?
I would have liked the whole Marvel universe to end after Endgame, to be honest with you, RJ.
Yeah.
You know what I
After
mean?
that,
I think these movies all suck.
Yep.
I mean, frankly, I'd like it to all be over, if you're asking me personally. But, they have to recast. I think.
Yeah.
Because they've literally, the whole next thing, they've made it all about Kang.
Right.
Like, they've set everything up for Kang. So unless they just want to go in a completely different direction and just literally throw everything out and scratch it,
Yep. Or like switch to a different
Yeah,
villain.
I think you just
randomly.
recast, and like you said, the multiverse thing. Yeah, it looks different. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
that. It's not like you're recasting Iron Man or Captain America. It's Kang. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, and they already established this multiple spider. They look different. like-
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Just put Will Smith in there. Put someone else in there. Whatever. You know.
Sam, you agree?
I think they do recast him.
Okay.
But I also wouldn't be surprised, just based on how recent events have been, that they like CGI his death in one of the like
opening
movies,
sequence.
and
yeah.
then they transfer it over to like a new big bad villain, maybe
Yeah.
like Galactus or something.
like that big bad kills him out of the nowhere, and
Mhm.
it's like,
He's just the pawn
yeah.
in the game.
Like
you know?
kind of Loki was for like Thanos. I could see
Yeah.
that. That's not a bad route too. Nick, what do you think? If you're Marvel, do you recast?
Oh yeah,
You
he's done. He's done. That's the thing. So I have zero. I know I was the big defender.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? But let's improvise for
Well,
a
it
minute.
did sound sketchy at
I,
first. A lot of the details. and
They
then-
did.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff that was not lining up the right way.
Yep.
And I believe in innocent until proven guilty. But if you get proven guilty, then you're fucking
Yeah,
guilty.
you're
What are you gonna do? So, and I have zero tolerance for that kind of shit, beating
Yes.
up on women or any of that crap. It's
Mhm.
just it's completely unnecessary, and it solves nothing, and it just makes you an asshole. You
Right.
know what I mean? Sorry, if you're that famous and you can't find yourself, you know, like here's the thing, right? I'm not advocating for people to be this way, but we all know that when you're super big and famous and everything, right? There are people that will just be with you to be with somebody famous.
Yeah.
Why do you need to have the psycho? You know, it doesn't matter who started any fight or anything like that.
Right.
You never put your hands on a woman, number one. And number two, if you're going to be with somebody who's going to provoke you into being that aggressive, why would you be with someone like that?
Yeah, especially
know
in
what I'm
your
saying?
position, you're going to
Right.
be like on top of all that. Yeah.
You don't think for a split second that like your whole life could be over when you do something stupid?
Yep.
I mean, think about it. Like I would be if I went to dinner on a date or something and my date treated the wait staff
Mhm.
like crap and I was big and famous. I don't want that coming out
No,
in a
yeah,
news
yeah,
report. They're gone.
Right.
You know, or have a talking to first at least. But you know, but then you go off and fly off the handle and act like a complete fucking moron and beat up your girlfriend. Go to jail and you're done. And you're not coming back. At least you wouldn't work here. That's for sure.
Yeah. So,
You know?
does he have like a sentence yet?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
care. He's out.
Interesting.
I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Next.
Well, there's your Creed 4 plot. Comes back out of jail.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of the Marvel, while we're on the topic, Fantastic Four. So this isn't confirmed, but it's pretty heavily like this is going to be the cast, rumored to start filming in, I think, May of 2024. And I got to be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed. I like 90% of this cast here, except Pedro Pascal.
Mm.
And we've been talking about Pedro Pascal for a while now. But I feel like this is a safe and boring pick as Reed Richards. Do you guys feel that way?
Sam, you want to go? You or me?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I will say I like the cast. I think
I like everyone else.
I think they're all
Yeah.
good. Like in everything there. I love they got the dude from the Bear. Was it Richard?
Yeah. Oh
Is
yeah,
that his
Evan
name?
Moss Baccarat. Yeah,
That episode when he does the forks, I think it's the best episode
Unreal.
of the series. Best episode of the
I
series.
agree.
Side note.
Oh, season 2?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. Don't say
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? Yeah, because I want to watch it. Go
That's
ahead.
excellent. No,
He is good though in the Bear.
He's good. Vanessa Kirby, the dude from Stranger Things, he's fine. Here's the thing, man. 3 or 4 years ago, I would say, "Ooh, Pedro Pascal."
Yeah,
Mm.
You know what I mean? But he's kind of been the flavor of the month for a while now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Last of Us. He did the Wonder Woman movie. I feel like he's been in Mando.
He's been on
Yep.
SNL like 9
We're
times.
we're getting a
recently.
lot of Pedro. He's like the hottest thing.
He's gonna be in Gladiator. Like,
Yeah, and I guess he hasn't been in Marvel yet, so they're like looking to wedge him in somehow. But I think it's a little too late. I think if this came out, 5-6 years ago, I think wow.
yeah. If they got him before
Yes.
that blew up,
Wow.
yeah,
Like, you know what? Like maybe around when Mando came out or a little before. Now it's just kind of like, I don't know. If I see it, I see it. Like, I don't really care.
and he's a bit older than all of them too, or not.
mean,
He's probably
That doesn't bother me as much. But
cousins.
yeah,
But I don't
cousin.
know. Yeah, cousins. What do you think,
Chef.
Sam?
Chef.
I think I agree with Matt. You know,
thank you.
I think it's a little too diluting per se. I
Yes.
think there's already enough of him out there already. Why don't we give somebody else another opportunity for this
Oversaturation.
role? Like somebody that's kind of not well known, like maybe they've had like a role or two,
Yeah.
kind of similar to like, I don't know, who's somebody kind of like that needs that breakthrough role
How about
right now.
KG?
Well, I
they're a
think
good
that's
actor.
the point, though.
Nick
we
Williams.
can't name it.
That's
Yeah,
a-
Nick
You know what I'm
Williams.
saying? Like, you don't want to be able to name it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just somebody that's kind of on the verge. They need that one role to really like project
Yep.
their career up. We need somebody else other than somebody that's already made a name for himself.
It's
you know?
like Chalamet and Tom Holland getting casted as every 25-year-old kid.
It's terrible.
You know, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, like we said, we all love Pedro Pascal, but he's just, it's a lot of them now. And I feel like you look at like back in 2008 when Kevin Feige casted RDJ, that looks like an amazing casting now, but back then that was crazy.
Yeah, because he was
Like,
he was down bad.
I feel like they're not taking those risks anymore.
no, they're
Like
playing
they
it
were
too
at the
safe.
beginning.
RJ, frankly, the whole MCU sucks now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I mean, how long are you gonna go on for?
Well, it's crazy
You know
now
what I mean?
because it's harder to name actors that haven't been in a Marvel movie than it is
It's over.
to name.
Just
yeah,
end
it's
it.
just like
Endgame. I mean, I didn't watch the Captain Marvel's one. I
no,
heard it was.
yeah,
I
we
heard it
didn't
was
see that.
terrible.
No,
I'm good.
Too
I'm
many
all set.
shows.
Matt, you want another plate? I'm good.
yeah.
I'm all
Nick-
set. I'm gonna eat something else. I'm going to a different restaurant.
Let's move on to dessert.
Yeah.
Well, Nick,
No,
you're not an MCU guy.
I'm not
but
an
you
MCU
know
guy.
Pedro.
I'm really not. Pedro's been kind of everywhere. I understand and agree with all you guys on the flavor of the month thing. And it's just, a month is 30 days, and
Yeah.
then you move on.
Right.
And listen, here's the problem though, right? Because like he is good.
He's excellent.
So,
Yeah.
like,
No, I'm sure
Ellie.
he'll be.
but he's
suit it
just
fine.
he's just everywhere. And it's kind of sad because he is really talented and he's a great actor. So then when people start feeling like they're seeing too much of you or whatever, all of a sudden they just stop seeing you. And it doesn't
Yeah.
matter how
Ellie.
good or bad you are. They're just like, I'm over it.
It is funny how like that line is so like
Oh, yeah.
thin. It's like 3 months ago, people were like, "Yes," when he get cast.
Oh, yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's too much.
Yeah. It's
And
everywhere.
we're part of the problem.
It's
All
too
right.
much.
Like
I
rappers.
like all these guys. That's a kid who's going to be in Gladiator, right? That one on the bottom in the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
your point, Sam, like those three, those are great actors that I wouldn't say are A-list.
No,
yet.
you see
And
them.
that's
You don't
like-
think you wouldn't consider? See, I would consider Pedro Pascal an A-list.
No, no, no,
celebrity
the
now.
other
No,
three.
the other three.
Because like
I
what
think
Sam
meant
was
three guys.
saying, like he wants someone who like has good roles, but
Yeah.
really isn't that big.
Yeah,
And
fair enough.
Yeah, like I think those three are good for that. I still think Zac Efron would have been a better Johnny Storm.
Yeah, I agree.
Who I heard the
Which one
Iron
is Johnny
Claws
Storm?
is he's the one with the fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
blowing
'cause
up. Vanessa, she's in everything.
She's blowing up.
Yeah.
Zac Efron's getting like Oscar buzz for the Iron Claw. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. Not the hopes are low for the
Yeah,
MCU.
I don't give- I could
That's
give a
all we're
shit.
saying. All right, let's get into it. We got some trailers.
Oh, here we go.
And the
Thank
first
God.
one's House of the
All
Dragon,
right, here we go.
season 2. Get your
Jeez.
tissues out for
fucked up.
a lot of different reasons.
There you go.
What'd you guys think of this?
Jesus Christ! Welcome back, RJ.
Hey
Oh
now.
my God.
Oh man, you get the Kleenex ready. You know.
Oh my God.
Let's get rolling.
All right.
Wipe the blood.
All right,
fucking
right the
sweat.
blood, everything else.
Is that
Full body.
lotion I see? Go ahead.
Hey, happy to see me.
But the short teaser here it was like a minute and a half. But that's all you need.
That's all you need.
That's all you need,
30
Matt.
seconds in and out. That's enough to get it done. You know?
How long did you last during this trailer?
Oh, dude, I fucking the screen came on and I,
yeah,
you know,
blast off.
I let it rip.
Did you like it? What'd you think?
Did I
Great
like it?
trailer. Yeah.
No, RJ, I mean, this gives me like a reason to live. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like a reason. Yeah, you know
You
what I
keep
mean?
finding things, which is good.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I sit in my room. I go, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
Life means, and then a trailer like this will drop, or like the Penguin trailer,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, all
Dude.
right, I'll stick around till July.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Dude, this is one of the few great shows on television.
Yep.
This is, you know what this is, RJ? This is appointment TV.
Yep.
This is what I go to work. Yo, you see House of the Dragon yesterday?
Everyone's watching.
It's a pop culture fucking thing.
Yep.
Yep.
And there aren't a lot of, with streaming, there aren't a lot of fucking shows like that. And it's so well made. And like, I love anything in the Game of Thrones universe.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I need this.
Summer 2024.
Thank God.
That's a great summer show.
It is.
It's
No,
hot
it really is.
outside. The dragons are burning fire.
Yeah, man.
Sam, you
It's all
excited?
good. All good vibes.
Very excited. You know, even though this was a little snippet, like it gave us a little taste
Yeah.
to
Just a tease.
To
Didn't
expect,
spoil anything.
you know. But I will say there was a couple great shots. The one that I liked the most was the two dragons on the beach, the
Yeah,
standoff.
facing off. Yep.
What a shot.
Yep. I like that you saw Winterfell briefly too.
We did.
So that's going to be good.
Sucks.
I mean, I think we're in for something special.
Yeah. It's definitely going to get spicier this season.
And I will say this is definitely what Matt was saying. Like something to look forward to.
Yes.
Because all the stuff on the streaming services right now has been kind of like janky.
Yep.
Like there's not really a show out right now that's really like, oh, I need to watch this like every week to week basis. Like, you know, HBO released a couple shows. I know they released Sebastian's show, Bookie.
Yep.
That was okay, nothing special.
Yep.
But this is the show where it puts asses in seats.
Yeah. Well, you're right, because like now that Succession ended, like we're kind of in that weird period where like that next popular show for the next 4 or 5 years hasn't been there yet. But it could
I would disagree.
What, you think it's White Lotus?
I would well, no, not that.
White Lotus
I mean,
is
yes.
excellent.
Yeah.
First of all, I just got to say, my father finally, just started watching Succession. And,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was up at his house yesterday. He's on season 2.
Yep.
He loves it. It's great. That's awesome. That's it.
As you
With
should.
regard to this, I would put this up there with Succession, and I would put White Lotus up there with Succession as well. And I would put, which we've never really talked about, Righteous Gemstones up there as well. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I gotta
I've heard
watch
good
it. I
things.
hear
It's
good things.
very, very well done.
I mean,
like,
Danny
very well
McBride always delivers.
But sometimes, you know, it can be a little too goofy. Like, have you ever watched anything else show-wise, Danny McBride?
Yeah, what's Eastbound Down?
Eastbound
I've
and Down.
seen only movies. I've seen all his movies, but not
Yeah.
You know, Eastbound and Down, it's not my favorite. You know,
Oh, okay.
he did Vice Principals, which I thought was good, but they only got 2 seasons out of it. And then and Righteous Gemstones, which is literally the best. And I think, I mean, John Goodman's in it. He's really
he's
fantastic. It's just a great story. This is, I mean, what do you say?
I
Yeah.
mean,
What do you
What do you
say
hear? What do
except
you say?
get the tissues?
Yeah.
I feel like this is when
You
the
know?
movie mob like started too. Really, House of the Dragon.
This is
Yeah.
where we
It
took
kind of
off.
got us rolling. Eden,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
This was the
with
Shout out.
Eden and Damon.
Yep, Damon Tarr.
Yeah.
this is
Damon
our
Tarr.
bread
I
and
bet
butter.
They're excited.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let us know.
I like that way you put it, Matt. Appointment
Thank
TV. It's, you know, like water cooler TV, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because Netflix will drop, like they just dropped the first half of the final season of The Crown as an
Right.
example, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. But
talk about it for a
they
little bit.
drop everything all at once, and that novelty of dropping the whole season at once was really cool in the beginning of Netflix, because you
Mhm.
could like sit there and binge a show.
Yep.
You know, but like, then what do you go back for? Why do you go back?
Yeah.
And HBO is very good at being like Friday night 9 p.m. It's going to be on HBO if you have it on cable. It's going to be HBO on the streaming service, and that's it. You know.
See, like I feel like the way to do it on Netflix would be to like the first season of a show, drop the whole season. If people catch on to it and they're like, "Damn, this is good," then you have the audience. Then you extend it. Like, why wouldn't you want to extend it? You get longer subscriptions. Like,
Yeah.
It also brings people back to the app.
right.
So like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have to keep coming back in to
People
like
are
look,
talking
and then
about
there's
it.
all this other stuff there.
Yeah,
you know?
instead of doing the split in the 2 seasons,
Dude.
what does that do? You get 2
It's
months.
so
Yeah,
dumb.
it's
If Stranger Things drops, you talk about it for like 2 weeks.
Right.
This drops, you're talking about it for 3 months.
Yeah.
Like
You know what I mean?
Stranger
True.
Things, great example of like it came the first season, everyone watched it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really good. Then they should have just started doing it slowly.
Yeah.
You know, but
I agree. I can't wait. You mentioned the Penguin trailer as
Oh,
well.
dude.
did they drop a trailer?
No. Just the
Let me watch.
the little clip thing that
Yeah.
they had.
Yeah.
I mean, I can confidently say I have never been so excited for anything superhero, supervillain
Yep.
related in my life.
I'm pumped.
It looks so good.
Well, that's
He's
going to be
awesome.
coming soon, probably.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, that won't be the only thing, especially once it drops.
Hey now.
Well, I think the good thing about this show is it was able to shoot during the strikes.
Right on.
So we're
Mm.
really going to have a bit of a drought probably beginning of next year before
Oh.
stuff starts catching up.
Yeah.
So this is good that was finished. And then Penguin, they were pretty much done with, if not done now,
Towards the end.
shooting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
So
I'm so pumped for that. I'm pumped for this
True
too.
Detective, January.
Eh.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
Eh.
You don't like to be a detective?
Rich crackers. You know, whatever.
It
You want one?
is. Like, it's
Maybe.
a little, even the
I
first,
guess.
you know,
You know.
season was
First
okay.
season I
First
loved.
season was pretty good. But that
Yeah.
was the one with
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
yeah,
Mhm.
and the other guy there.
No, the rest of the seasons are pretty mediocre.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that was good, but.
that was good. But
Yeah.
then it just,
Eh,
it's like,
we're all set,
Yeah.
You know?
They hit. It was like lightning in a bottle the first season.
yeah, like Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. But no, I'm pumped for this. I like that this trailer didn't show too much. This
Just
is all.
enough.
I don't know if I need another trailer. I
All
know
you
they'll
need.
put one out, but I'm excited. Give me it. Give me what? July? You think?
Sure. Yeah, I'd say they usually do late summer. I would say late July, early August.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I'll be there either way.
We'll be reviewing
Here's
it.
another show that we've talked about on this show before. Nick, if I remember correctly, when we reviewed the finale of last season, you weren't a big fan of it.
Remind me again how it ended.
It was when they all fought Homelander, and the kid was there.
Yes.
Maeve survived.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maeve survived.
Not a fan.
Yes. I think we all had differing opinions on that. But we did talk about one thing, and that was how many more seasons can you do this thing where it's like, okay, we just build up to fighting Homelander. We fight Homelander. He gets away, and we do it again. You know, Sam, what do you think? Is this? Are they losing you after this season?
Well, I was having a chat with Matt in the car on the way here about this, and like I said, great show.
Yep.
But I feel like this got to be it. Like this has to be the final season, or else you're gonna lose me.
Yeah.
Because like they've already had that big battle, as you mentioned, and what more else can you like drag on with this story? Because there's really nothing left.
Kid? Like,
what, they're gonna pick up like so many years later when the kid's grown up. No, like come on, like stop trying to drag things on for so long just to get all the views and more money from people. Like enough is enough. It's the same with Disney.
I agree. I think 4 seasons is a good little sweet spot for a TV show, to be honest. What do you think, Matt? Do you think they're at risk of making this too much?
Well, RJ, let me tell you what I think.
Okay.
You're such a pain in the
See, see, you guys got to look outside of the. You guys, is this it?
Okay.
They've already started the next iteration, Gen V.
So you are the only person who watched.
Thank God I'm after Matt.
Thank you.
Go.
They already. If this is Aaron Rodgers, he's 39 years old.
Yep.
He's got 2 seasons left. They just drafted the next kid. They got him on the bench waiting. So when Rodgers retires, you sweep right in. You don't miss a beat.
Are you saying Gen V will like cross over, or are you saying that'll just take over?
They take over because let's say they do 1, 2 more. He's right. I mean, you got 1, 2 max.
Yeah.
At least 1 more season, 2 max. We'll see how the season ends of this. They won't go more than 5. And then Gen V, you can do 5 seasons of that. It'll be like Better Call Saul.
Because you
know what I mean?
Did you watch that?
I've watched every episode.
I did
He
too.
said it was good. I haven't watched
I
it.
liked
It's
it. It's excellent.
Very good. I liked it a lot. The thing that I like about Gen V is that because it centers around a college setting for superheroes, when they have the graduating class, there's always going to be new kids coming
like Harry
up,
Potter,
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's always, you don't have to get attached to the specific characters in Gen V, but each season can have its, I don't know what they're planning on doing with it, but each season can have its own little arc with stories and those characters, and then they can move on. And next season, at the end of the first season, they can introduce new characters for the next season. So you don't have to get so attached to the characters and have to follow them. I totally agree with all you guys on the boys thing. Listen, this is a phenomenal
Great show.
It's been great. We have no reason
it's
to
so
doubt
good.
it. Yeah.
And I was harsh on it at the end of the last season or whatever. But honestly, though, how many seasons? The thing that was cool about The Boys was that it was like a reality check on if superheroes actually existed.
Yep.
Right? They're gonna mess up sometimes. There's gonna be issues. What happens when they throw somebody through a building? Who cleans that up after?
Yeah.
Like that's a great way to do superhero stuff because it makes it real. But then the reality kind of slips away from it a little bit when you start to like everybody knows that what's it called, the injection compound V. They all know about this stuff now. Now you got Congress ladies blowing people's heads up and like doing all this crazy stuff. Like at what point do people like rebel? Like do the normies rebel against the soups? You know what I mean? Like at what? So it's like where's that? Like the cool thing was the reality. It's like, oh, everything's great. The 7, and they're saving all of us. And everything's wonderful. And then it was an interesting show because it's like, well, they're messing everything up.
Yeah.
So at what point does the government say, we're done? That's it. No more.
Yeah.
Or can they?
It's such a good show.
It is very good.
It's awesome.
It's very well done.
And they haven't said whether this is going to be the last season. I mean, again, with Succession, they kind of said that pretty late. But I think we still knew before it started that it was going to be the last one.
There's no way. There's no way they could have done Succession for 6 or 7. It wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah,
it would have been dumb.
So I don't know. If I had to guess, we're probably going to get another season.
They're going to stretch
maybe.
something.
I'm sure 5. I bet 5.
But Gen V coming out could be the precursor for an early ending for The Boys. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, that's a great
Could
point.
be a bit like, oh, don't worry, there's still superhero stuff. We're just not doing
and
this
maybe they
anymore.
were waiting to see if that show would be received well too. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're right. They definitely have that open ending.
Is the Boys based on a comic? No.
Yeah,
think
and
so, yeah.
which I really I don't know much about, and
No,
I
was
think
just
they've
making- yeah.
differed a decent amount from it. So I don't know if they're following that, other
Right,
than the
butcher.
characters that are in it.
Right.
You know,
No, makes sense. I hear you.
so yeah, I'm excited. I mean, that was a good little teaser for it. So
Mm.
talk about really pushing stuff farther than they should be. Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Jeez.
This one's called Axel F, like the song. I made a Conan O'Brien video too.
My dog's
You know that
name is
one?
Axel.
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy needs another Ferrari or something. Apparently,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, right. That's why.
So this is coming out on Netflix. Eddie Murphy loves doing Netflix movies for some reason.
He's got good
That's-
relations with
yeah.
Netflix.
I watched it. Listen, it wasn't terrible, but it didn't feel like I feel like it didn't feel like a comedy.
Okay.
It was more like an action movie. There were like I didn't laugh. It was nice seeing like Eddie Murphy and the guys in the car at the end, like the OG squad. Like it's cool seeing them back together, but I didn't laugh. What do you guys think?
Well, RJ, I don't think anyone's laughing. I don't think anyone has ever uttered the sentence, I'm really missing, what if we got a Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah.
A nice Netflix.
A fourth one.
I don't think
Yeah.
anyone's ever uttered that sentence. Now, Grant, I'm a big fan of the first movie. It's
Yep.
perfect, nice 80s movie. Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy. But you're probably right. Eddie Murphy's probably just, on his couch one day, probably bored. Like, I'll use a new Ferrari. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Hawaii
Yeah.
again.
I'll
Yeah,
make
because he
call.
did Coming to America 2
Yeah.
last
He's
year.
bored.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is, right? He's bored. He hasn't had
He's
a lot
hopping
of
on the
stuff-
sequel train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch it
Something
in.
new, which is unfortunate. Go ahead, Sam.
Sam, have you seen these? You like them?
I haven't seen these.
Yeah.
And because they're
cute.
releasing this new one,
You're going to do it?
no, I'm not going to watch it.
Wow.
That's
Sam's
great.
taking a stand. Fight the power.
It gives me, the purpose of not watching this
Yes,
because they're
there you go.
rebooting something that was good on its own,
Yep.
but they just have to get
That you
with the
haven't seen.
times and make a reboot that doesn't really fit in.
Yeah.
They're just doing it just because he wants to stay relevant.
Right.
So you're not even going to watch the first one?
No, come on.
They're actually pretty good. I like the first one.
I like
This gives me the reason not to watch it.
Banana in the tailpipe, right?
Screw you, Eddie Murphy.
I love Eddie Murphy.
Jesus
Christ.
Donkey.
That is,
He's got Mushu, right? He's Mushu.
Yeah, he was Mushu.
Yeah,
I like
great.
I like the guy, the stepfather in the Santa Claus that's in this.
Oh yeah, he was in Fast Times.
Yeah, he's in
Neil.
he's in the
Neil.
front of the
Yeah.
Neil. Neil's funny.
Yeah, well, Neil's head comes
Pinhead.
to a point.
Yeah.
Neil.
Quote that movie all day long.
Neil's not a
great.
real doctor.
I'm
Christmas came, no weenie whistle.
That's a great
best,
movie.
dude. That is the best friggin' Christmas movie.
So,
is, it
Santa
is.
Claus review.
Yeah, dude,
second
I
year in a
love it.
row. It's a
I
good
love it.
picture.
We're going to do this. We're going to watch Candy Cane Lane.
Yeah, that's another Eddie Murphy one he just came out with.
What the hell's Candy Cane Lane?
It was just an Eddie Murphy Christmas movie that just came out with Netflix.
Oh, you know what else he did? Norbit. He did
You
Norbit.
did do Norbit.
Did do
Hercules.
Norbit.
Hercules.
What about
How
Haunted
you
Mansion?
doing?
And Professor.
Yeah,
The
Nutty
Nutty
Professor.
Professor.
Yeah,
Haunted
that was
Mansion.
good. Nutty Professor.
He's
The
funny.
first
He's
one was
Haunted
good.
Mansion.
He's hilarious.
Dr. Doolittle, Haunted Mansion, the OG Haunted
Daddy
Mansion.
Daycare.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did do Daddy Daycare.
Yeah.
Wow, that's old.
What's the money one?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
With
Tower
Dan,
House.
Dan Aykroyd.
Tower Heist.
Yes.
Trading Places.
Yes.
Oh,
No, he's got good
that's
movies.
a good movie.
Definitely. Just none of the ones he's been making recently.
I like Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah.
He's getting up there. He's old.
Like him and Chappelle kind of like popped out of it. Like they came back.
Well, they both started
know.
as
Yeah.
stand-up. Chappelle's still a stand-up. And if you ask Dave Chappelle, he would say, I'm not doing anything except stand-up. I'm not
Yeah.
an actor. I'm not
but
doing
they were
that
both
shit."
kind of in isolation for a while. And
Yeah.
Now they're back. I saw
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais has a special on Netflix. A new
He's
one.
he's one of my
Yeah, he's
favorites.
funny.
It's interesting when you get guys like Gervais and Bill Burr and Chappelle who kind of they can break that the present culture.
They already made
because
men.
they're just like
you know?
yeah they've already done it
Yeah.
don't
but
give a
no
shit.
one else can. It's just-
Uncancelable. They are.
Yeah, really.
They,
Yeah.
That's
But,
funny. They just don't care.
Yeah,
they
that's
made
what
their
it
bag.
is.
They don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah, but they're not going to like, I don't know.
they've already done it.
They
Yeah.
have a spine. They're not
Yeah.
going to sit there and be like, oh, that's what you want me to say.
Yeah, they don't
They're
care.
going to do whatever they want.
And they could not do it the rest of their life and be
Yeah,
fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they're not obligated.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, if it's good, it's good. You know, I know it was good. Killers of the Flower Moon. We'll do a little quick review here. I know it came out a bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, you haven't seen this yet. You definitely watch it in January. I think it comes out on Apple.
Perfect.
But we saw this. I got to be honest, great film. I really enjoyed it. It's gotten better for me. I've been wanting to rewatch it. I'm looking forward to it on Apple. Heavy movie. There's no doubt
So
about
heavy,
it.
dude.
It's great to see Scorsese's like how his career has like changed, and he's just like going through the motions in like the best way possible. Like he just knows what he's doing. Yeah, really incredible film. Matt, I know that. Listen, it's a 3.5 hour film. It's
More.
asking a lot.
No, 326. Don't
326.
sugar.
All right,
you know,
that's
come
right.
on.
Previews,
fair.
you know.
So
Dramatic.
I know you enjoyed it, but it's definitely not your favorite of Scorsese's movies.
I liked it. I thought it was an excellent movie. Obviously well made.
Yeah.
Cinematography was really well done.
Oh yeah,
a lot of
It's a
that might be
beautiful
his
film.
best looking movie
great
ever.
shots. Great acting. Unfortunately, I will never watch it again.
Yeah.
It gets, for me, it's like the Irishman treatment.
Okay.
Listen, Scorsese, he's great.
Yep.
Mm.
You know, 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
What's going on? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I got places to be.
Well,
Not really,
it's,
but-
it's fair. It's a long movie.
You don't really have anywhere to be, actually. But
I don't know. Did you feel the length? I personally didn't. I went on like a midday showing, and I was kind of just locked in.
Yeah, I went with Ryan Collins, the sound guy.
Yep.
We went and we did I think it was a 3 o'clock showing, and then we did dinner after, and I was sitting there at dinner being like, I don't even know really what to say. Like it was it's really heavy. Like
Yeah, it's a powerful ending.
yeah, but like I don't know, you see it's just horrible. Like it's
No,
horrible.
It's so good. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I mean it's really good. The story's really
content,
good, but
yeah.
the story itself, it's a horrific story.
Yep.
And there's not a lot of movies out there that like I don't know, sometimes I don't want to sound bad and I don't want to get too political or anything, but like sometimes racism or some of these they can get kind of tropey. When you just hammer home all the time the same thing, a white man bad, all this stuff, it can get kind of tropey. And unfortunately, when it's a serious topic, if you do it too much, people just start to roll their eyes and it loses its value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As like, this is a really important story. This was one of the first movies I ever watched where I left the theater like, I can't believe we did that shit to those people.
Yeah.
Like, that was really fucked. I mean, it was like, wow.
No, it was
like,
a very like refreshing, like brutal, like
yeah,
no
honest.
punches held back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
De Niro, fantastic. Really well done in
And a
this
lot
film.
of it was like done subtly too.
Yes.
Like the way they showed like how like the Native American culture switchly shifted to like they're all practicing Christianity.
Yep.
And like it's just like yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it'll ruin it. But there's like a ham radio kind of segment there where you know what ham radio is?
Yeah. What do you talk about the ending?
No, well, ish. Yeah, we don't have to talk about what was said, but did
Okay.
you like the cameo is what I wanted to say.
Oh, at the end?
where he's reading.
I think I texted you after the movie. I'm like, any other director does that, that'd be weird, and
Yeah.
I feel like it'd take you out. But I think it was fitting.
I almost cried. Like it was
Yeah,
it's so well done. You know, it was really
nice.
cool. Yeah, it's cool to see the behind the scenes footage from that too, because Scorsese's just sitting there in a chair, like, yeah, go over there. It's like he's just kind of like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
conducting.
He's, just,
He's
like,
so
there's, like, no
in his
stress
element.
on his head.
None.
Yeah.
None. 75 years
He's
old.
just like $300 million. Everything's done for.
He's like, and then we'll just go over
Go
there.
ahead.
And one thing I thought was really cool that I saw was De Niro in the behind the scenes footage. There's a shot where he like turns around and he looks at Marty.
Yeah.
And he's like, so did you still want me to do it this way or whatever? And it just kind of like goes to show that like even these like actors who have been acting their entire lives still need like every role is needed. You know what I mean? You can't just like go in and I don't know. It was really good.
I mean,
really
De
good film.
Niro, he was probably him and Lily Gladstone, I think, were the best performances.
You were complaining about DiCaprio's accent in the trailers and
In
stuff.
the trail, it was better in context.
I liked it a lot.
He's kind of just that's who it's supposed to be. Like
he's just an idiot.
Yeah,
He's
like
really
look at
dumb.
his face.
He's just an idiot.
I
he's-
loved that the voiceover from the trailer ended up being him learning how to read. Like,
yes, yeah.
dude, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a masterpiece film.
Yeah.
It's really,
it really-
really
yeah.
fantastic.
I to talk back on The Irishman. The Irishman, I still like The Irishman. I do think it's more like paced slower
Yeah,
than this
it
movie.
is.
So I like this movie a lot better. Max, I saw it with Interscotia Scotia Studios. We
Hey,
saw this.
Max, hey.
He made a great point. He said it's amazing how Scorsese made a movie that has nothing to do with Goodfellas feel like Goodfellas. Like in terms of the way he did it with all the like
Killers?
killings and like There's just the editing of it. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? There were a
Yeah.
lot of sequences there where you see those threads of just the storytelling
The
technique.
brilliance of score. Like, see, this is the thing is that's like, again, an artist, a painter, finding the way that he paints.
Yes. Yeah.
And you can tell, even though every painting's different, you can tell it was done by this person.
Yeah.
And I think that's really like how you know you're doing something well as a filmmaker. Like your stamp is on it.
Yep.
No matter who watches it, they're gonna, oh, Scorsese did this, right? Like that's sick. That's so cool. I don't know. I loved it.
Who would you give the Oscar to? Best supporting actor, De Niro or Robert Downey Jr.? For Oppenheimer.
I go RD.
I still lean RDJ.
I would too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go RDJ.
Just because like
That sequence at the end.
yeah.
like
And De Niro's had some already.
Ooh, Emily. What's
Emily
her name?
Blunt.
Yeah,
She was excellent.
or Lily Gladstone.
So Emily Blunt's going to be supporting.
So would Lily
She's-
Gladstone, right?
no,
Oh,
she's gonna be a
best
lead.
actress. Yeah.
So she's going to be going up against Emma Stone and
in what?
Poor Things. Great movie.
Tough.
You see that?
No.
You got to see it. You gotta see it.
Better than this.
No. but
Okay,
it's
that's
really
my point.
funny.
So she's
It's
gonna
really
win
funny.
this. There you go. How'd
no,
you
I
feel
think
about
and Carrie Mulligan in Maestro?
You know what? Oh,
She's
how
very
did you
good.
watch
I watched it last night with my mom.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, was it good?
It was pretty good.
I want to see
Yeah,
that so bad.
Bradley Cooper's good.
The what was I going to say? The last thing. So in this, and it took me till probably hour number 2 to realize the prosthetic on DiCaprio's nose.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has
Oh,
this.
no.
He has this
Like
like
a schnoz.
schnoz, like just on the bridge of his nose. They
Okay.
put a little piece of something, and it was messing with me because I'm like, why does he look uglier than normal?
I was thinking.
I was like, is it the
to
teeth?
me? It was like
what is
the,
it? Yeah.
the mouth too, and the it felt like he was doing a De Niro impression. The
He
whole
has
movie.
well, he has something there, and I think they tried to make them look more related because they're supposed to be his nephew.
Yep.
But yeah, there's definitely some makeup stuff there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He was great. He was just like a sleaze.
Fun fact, doesn't ruin anything, Sam.
Okay.
Did you know that whoever wrote this, because it wasn't Scorsese, but he collaborated with
Like Eric Roth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrote the whole script, pitched it to DiCaprio. DiCaprio sent it back and said, we got to rewrite this whole thing. And they rewrote the entire script. This was written like 10 years ago.
Damn.
And then they've like have been rewriting it. Like
Well,
redoing
no. I think because I remember way back when they said this was coming out,
it.
DiCaprio was playing a different character than he ended up playing. And I think if I'm going to guess, the book is from the perspective of Jesse Plemons, the detective. So I
Okay.
wonder if the original script was following him and DiCaprio was playing him, maybe.
And it probably didn't get like
Yeah.
emotional enough.
Yeah, I think you have to do it from this thing. And
Oh,
people
it's
were
the correct move.
like critiquing Scorsese and being like, how could you make these bad people the main like thing instead of the detectives trying to help? I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, that's the perfect way to do it.
I don't know.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny though. Just imagine for a second. Let's say you write a script for something and you
Yeah.
send it to like, and I'm only saying this because I love you and I know you can handle
Oh
it.
yeah.
You send it to John Potvin, right? And John sends
Oh,
your
yeah,
script
yeah,
back
yeah.
to you and goes, "This is shit. We got to rewrite this whole
Yeah.
thing." Would you die? I mean,
No,
that's
it's
so
crazy.
funny. I mean, it's DiCaprio, but
Right.
still, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. They collaborate on the whole thing, like the whole way through. It was
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
really,
Yeah,
really well done.
It's good to see that like DiCaprio's like more involved in
Yeah.
like just the creative process.
Yeah, sorry. All those little scenes are coming back to me now. Like when the old lady is, she's like surrounded by the people outside.
Oh my god, that was the best.
And
scene
then
in
all
the
of a
movie.
sudden, there's like 2 like
yeah,
Native American people there, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, come take a walk with us." And then they cut back, and everybody's like,
yeah,
"It was
that
just
was like
so
the
well
best
done.
like representation
It
of
was
like a
perfect.
death. Yeah,
it was
yeah.
perfect." And I didn't even know it was happening until like it was like happening, and I went, "Oh wow, this
Yeah.
is really well done."
Yeah, no, that was my favorite scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, it was so good.
yeah,
It was so good.
but
IMAX, I saw it into a big screen.
big.
Big.
That just that opening shot with the oil
Yeah.
coming
Oh,
up.
dude.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
good stuff. And the rumor is the next one's going to be The Wager. It's going to be about a ship mutiny
Oh, we talked about this.
with
yeah.
DiCaprio, and it's by the same author. So I don't know. We'll see. Or it's going to be the Jesus film. I don't know. I mean, Sam, are you excited to watch this when it drops?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I especially am more that Nick gave us that little like fun fact about
Yes.
how the script was written. Makes
Yep.
you put things into perspective that they're looking to make this as good as possible.
Yeah.
Like they're not
Yeah.
accepting like a lower quality script. If it's not right, they're going to do whatever it takes to get it to that point where it's like, all right, this is what the people are going to want.
Yeah, they
no,
could have
it's-
easily been like, all right, let's just make it. But they spent that time to Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
Make
good.
it right.
I don't know. What do you think? So for me, last thing about this, I don't think DiCaprio's gonna get an Oscar for this.
I don't think he's gonna win. He might be nominated.
Oh, he'll be nominated,
Yeah.
definitely. I think this is definitely Matt. I want Matt's opinion because they're two long movies, and I know you only watched both of them one time, and you're never gonna watch either of them again.
Yeah.
Best Picture. If it had to come down to these two, which one gets it? Is it Oppenheimer or Killers?
I'd give it to Oppenheimer.
Interesting.
I just think it was
Interesting.
I think it was just more entertaining.
Yeah.
That's just me personally.
Who would have thunk it? Matt likes the scientist movie more.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like towards like they're both long.
That's why I asked, because they're both about the same.
But I feel like at the end of Oppenheimer, like when they were doing the whole like courtroom thing and then the table, you know what I mean? When they were kind of like really interrogating Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Like I was glued. You know what I mean? I was like stressed out. You know what I mean? Like it was, I don't know. I think just for that, I think I like that ending a little bit better. But I would give it to Oppenheimer. That's just me. But.
It's tough. It's tough.
Go.
They're both masterpieces
They're
to me.
fucking
but they're like
masterpieces,
different
bro.
Like they're very different.
Of course.
Like Nolan's style and Scorsese's style are like they're not similar at all.
Oh, it's a legitimate question, though, because they don't say best drama, best romantic,
best picture.
No,
it's
I'd
best
give
picture.
it to Oppenheimer.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's gonna win.
There's the momentum, you know.
It has the momentum.
What if Barbie wins?
I think
Barbie will get nomination.
It'll get nominated. Yeah, but I think Nolan. I'd like to see Nolan win for that.
Yeah, that'd be
think
sick.
it will.
Is he won Best Picture before?
No, never.
Oh, he should.
He's gonna win
He
this
should.
year.
Marty's won
I
it
don't
a
even
bunch
think
of
he's
times,
been
I'm sure.
nominated.
Inception
That's
get nominated.
crazy.
No.
That's insane.
No,
Inception, Dunkirk.
No, because Dunkirk got nominated. Dunkirk, I think, should have won that year. But
Oh, you know what I watched recently that you told me to watch? Sorry, I just thought I don't know why. Fablemans.
Oh, what'd you think?
It's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it's a sweet movie.
It's really good,
Yeah.
and I love the end. The end
David
shot
Lynch.
when they point up or whatever.
Oh, when he's running out.
Because he says
The
right there, he
studio.
goes, "If the horizon's in the middle,
Yeah.
nobody cares. If it's at the bottom, it's good. If it's at the top," and then he runs out, and then the camera it's so good,
Yeah.
so good.
No,
I don't
that
know.
was good.
Spielberg's a fucking genius, though. I
Right.
mean,
He's got some misses though.
You know what
Some
though?
misses.
I actually like that. I like that he has some misses
Take a
because it
chance.
shows that, exactly.
Yeah.
He's a risk taker. He wants to go out there, and he's just gonna make stuff that he thinks is good.
Like Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
You know. And then but on the opposite end of the spectrum, not to go on and on, you have someone like Tarantino who will only make very specific movies that he wrote,
Kendrick.
that are his thing, that he likes.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna make whatever. Like it's 10 movies. That's it. Spielberg's like, I want to make movies.
Yeah,
Let's get on set.
Ridley Scott, like I saw Napoleon, pretty bad, not good.
damn.
But like he talks about it. He's just like they asked him like, "Do you feel your age? Like, do you want to stop?" He's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna keep doing it."
Yeah.
I
love that. That's like me. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what do you mean? I'm gonna make another movie.
Yeah,
Send that shit.
That's
he'll
great.
die on set.
Did you end up watching the behind the scenes stuff for Oppenheimer yet or no?
No, Allie got me the 4K for
Oh.
Christmas, so I'm
sweet.
gonna pop that
Nice.
in when I get
Dude,
it. Yeah.
I can't wait for those text
Yes.
messages. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
coolest thing. It's the
Yeah.
coolest thing.
Yep.
So awesome. And
I'll
I haven't
get the
seen all of it.
tissues
You
out
have
for that too.
Dude, you'll need them. You'll need them.
Yep.
But it's the thing that's really cool about it is the simplicity of the effects that are practical. That when you're watching it, you go, how the fuck did they do that?
Right.
All of a sudden, it's right there, and they go, oh, we just did this. I will literally, from the one that I saw, the little hour and a half
Yep.
thing, I will use stuff like that in future
Well,
films that
remember
I make.
we had that text back and forth trying to figure out because it didn't get nominated for best visual effects.
Oh, yes.
I looked it up, and it is it could be practical effects too. So to me, that, I'm giving that over
They literally-
CGI any day of the week.
They made an atomic bomb, and it didn't get nominated.
Yeah,
for
all
visual
that
effects.
shit with the particles
crazy,
in the
man.
air,
Yeah,
that
they
was
did
all
that.
real.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were spinning
So I'm
stuff
like, what the
around,
fuck?
and yeah,
I don't know, stupid,
dumb.
but
Nah.
yeah, right on. But let's finish it off with a good question of the day.
Sure.
As the year comes to a close here, Matt, I know you're excited.
I like this question.
We kind of touched upon it a little bit, but what's your favorite movie of 2023? I'll preface this because we were saying Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer for Best Picture. I feel like this was a top-heavy year. A lot of ones at the top, but lower-wise weren't
When you
great.
say top, you mean January? Top?
no.
Top of the
I
year?
just mean there's
Top
a lot of great movies.
You mean
at
Margot
the
Robbie
beginning.
top heavy? What are we
Big
talking top
hitters.
heavy?
No.
Big hitters.
There's some
Just
big
to move
hitters,
around.
but then the mediocre middle, there's not as much great stuff
weak
down
middle
there.
class.
Yeah, it's a weak middle class.
Thank you.
What
Yeah.
do you? So Matt, I'll start with you. What's your favorite movie of the year? I
Well,
don't know what you're gonna say.
I got a lot of favorite movies. It's been a
yeah,
good
you
year.
can list off a few.
I got my favorite one was Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was just, I don't know. I've
on
rewatched
my
it
list.
twice since it's been on Netflix. I think about it all the time. Like my YouTube shorts, it's always like scenes from it. I just think it was like a near perfect movie.
Yep.
Also give shout out 2 and 3, Mission Impossible.
Nice.
Those movies are fucking sick. They're just cool. And the Super Mario Brothers movie. I think it was a good movie.
Fun time.
Who doesn't love a trip to Mushroom Kingdom?
There's nothing wrong.
You know
with
what
that.
I mean? Nothing wrong with Mushroom Kingdom.
Yep.
So that's
All right.
That's my 3.
That's your 3. Sam,
Yeah.
you got any?
I'll wait till the end. I'll let you do
Okay.
Humble.
This is my 5 right now, as it stands.
Such a fuck.
I got Oppenheimer at 1.
Okay.
Killers of the Flower Moon at 2. Poor Things at 3.
Wow, it's really that
I'm
good?
telling you, it's a good Mark Ruffalo.
Oh,
I think
fuck
you'd
you,
actually.
man.
It's a little weird,
What
Matt,
sucks?
but I think you'd like it.
All right, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse at 4. John Wick 4 at 5.
Oh, shit, I forgot about John Wick.
John Wick 4 was
4.
spicy.
That was a great.
Yeah,
that was
I
a-
like that one,
Rina
huh?
Sawayama, excellent movie.
Honorable mention. I saw the Japanese Godzilla that we
Okay.
watched the trailer for.
The
Pretty
one,
good.
the one in the suit where he's walking around.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a
that shit's a little
businessman.
cheesy, but it's about like a kamikaze pilot after World War II, and it deals with like his like regret because he like didn't kill himself, and like it's pretty good.
Oh, interesting.
Guardians 3 too.
Guardians 3's
That
in
was
my
awesome.
top 10 probably.
That was a really
Yeah.
good movie.
Nick,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
That was the entire experience of that was probably the highlight of my year.
That was a
honestly.
great night.
Yeah.
With regard to going to the movies, like that was
awesome.
it was a
lived up.
fun night
All
with
of
the
us.
boys. I mean, it was fantastic. And then on top of that, the movie itself wasn't a letdown. It was like amazing. It's a fucking masterpiece. But we had so much fun with the shirts and the
Yeah, man.
Barbenheimer and all the shit
Yep.
that was surrounded it. And it's always great when there's a big lead up. Like, let's say you meet like a really, like let's say you get a Tinder match with some really beautiful girl, right?
Joe.
But then you meet her in person, she's cross-eyed.
Oh,
Mhm.
You know?
Never mind, never
It's just
mind.
like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
got warped.
Like this was everything that we wanted it to be, and then it was like more. And then we stood outside and talked about it
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
And then we did a
There's nothing
podcast
better.
episode. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just like it was really good. It was really well done. I would say
And
Oppenheimer.
did you Barbie's
awesome.
on Max?
I saw it. I skipped it. Skip.
What, you didn't watch it?
No,
Oh,
I watched that crap.
I want you to watch it.
All right, I'll watch
All right.
Dude, he's right though. Like that Oppenheimer, dude, that was an event. Like that night when we saw it,
Yeah.
that was like one of my favorite nights of the whole
Yeah,
summer.
yeah, yeah.
Like
I've
not just for movie.
I've never been to a movie theater where there was a line like that. Like
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
ever in my
yeah,
life.
yeah.
Dude, you
30
could
years,
feel it.
never.
People
That
were
was
asking
old
us for
school.
pictures. Like there was a momentum in the air. There was an
Yes.
atmosphere, man. Like it was the fucking place to be.
Yep.
And you don't get that a lot nowadays. And that was sick.
And again,
It was
it's
a great
crazy to
night.
think about it. It's just about the guy who created the atomic bomb.
Hey, man.
Well, this
Tommy
is
Shelby.
what I was going to say
Yeah.
that you bring up all the time. It's a movie about a scientist.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Yeah.
not that
Historical. Yeah.
not that that's bad, but like it's not an action movie. It's,
It's
not
not
Mission
Avengers
Impossible.
Endgame.
Marvel.
It's not Avenger. Right.
Yeah.
Iron Man
And you
9.
had these people there that looked like, I mean, the people in line to go see this movie, besides us, obviously, but there was
Yeah.
all walks of life. You had adults, there were kids, there were like teens, there were people who thought they were too cool for school. You had nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was like everybody
Everyone,
was
man.
there to like go experience this. And I just think Nolan,
And even he said he's like surprised it's the most successful film of his career. I mean,
It's
he probably would have
amazing.
never thought that. Yeah.
amazing.
That's
The
crazy.
Sam?
hype was great.
You got one?
To everybody's surprise,
Okay.
we're gonna say
John Wick.
Oppenheimer.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
That's
There it is.
It's just, like you guys have been saying, this was like a cinematic event. This literally
Amen.
brought everybody together into one place. We all had high expectations about this movie, and they were met. They were exceeded. Like,
Amen.
how many times do you go into a movie theater expecting good things and walking out of there and you're like blown away?
Recently, not so much.
Not too many, Sam.
Yeah.
There's not too many times in recent memory that you
Yeah.
can say that. And, it's just something special. All of us getting together,
It was.
wearing the shirts, people asking for pictures with us. Like, it was really special.
Yep.
You can't really put words about that. But then a close second is John Wick.
John
That
Wick was
a fun
sick.
time.
I will say, it's your typical, Keanu Reeves just mowing down people left and right. But I thought it was a good ending.
It was.
To,
And those action sequences were like bang, bang, bang.
it was
all hit.
sensational.
Yeah.
I thought it was shot very well.
Mhm.
I liked the scene inside the house where he's just mowing down people
Oh,
from
from
up
the
top.
up top.
It seemed
That's
like
the
a
thing.
scene out of a video game.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. They approach the cinematography of that with like skill, and there's some artistry to it, which is cool.
And then lastly, to round out the top 3,
Okay.
got to give a shout out to the Mario universe.
Yeah,
Dude, that's what I'm
Because-
saying.
Wow.
Good movie.
It's just nostalgic.
It's a great movie.
You know, that's the game that we grew up
Behold.
playing when we were younger.
Mhm.
You know, big fan of Mario.
Koopa.
And even then, you know, we got more news about Mario. There's potential. There's going to be the
It's
crossover.
Smash Bros, as we've all dreamed.
The
Yeah.
crossover we've all been wanting to happen could be in the near future. So,
Oh, they're making a
Breaking
a
news from
Legend of
Sam.
Zelda movie, but it's going to be live action. What do you think of that?
Ah,
I'm there.
Yeah, live action.
I don't care.
That's
Take my
all right.
money. I don't do anything.
Yeah,
I think you got to make it animated.
I think live action. You're towing a fine line there. That could be really bad if you don't get the
Yeah,
right
but like
person doing
so
that.
bad you want to see it, you know?
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
But yeah, good movies this year though. I think watch Maestro. Definitely
that
check
I
out
wanna
Poor
see.
Things.
Did you watch Saltburn or no?
I did not, but I know enough about it.
Really?
Did you?
No.
I heard it gets
Do you know
freaky.
anything about it?
No, I know what we talked about last time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen like how weird. It's like a weird.
I heard
movie.
it gets freaky.
like
In what way?
Like, real
exactly
weird.
how you thought.
oh,
like,
Oh,
really?
real
yeah.
Freaky
I hear
deaky
it's good.
Dutch.
I hear it's good.
Like-
Very good.
You
Like,
nailed
like-
it. You put the
Like
when we were
everybody's
talking,
involved?
No, well, remember we had the poster
Yeah, just
and it was
Jacob.
Jake, and you were
Jacob's
like,
there.
"Well, that makes me think this is." Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
No, I heard,
Okay.
I read the
Hey, now.
Wikipedia summary.
Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Hey, now.
Because
Okay.
I was on Twitter and someone tweeted out like, "Oh my god, that bathtub scene in
oh,
Saltburn." I'm like, "What's that mean?" So then I read it.
what are we thinking?
There's a bathtub scene. It's interesting.
Really?
There you
It's
go.
on Amazon Prime now.
Oh,
Oh, I'll
It
watch
just came
today.
on the other day.
I'll
Yeah,
watch
let
it
me
today.
know. Yeah. No, I've heard people just say.
Tissues.
I've heard people say like it's not a good movie,
Oh,
but
wow.
but it's so weird
Yeah.
that it is a good movie.
all right.
I don't. It's
Nice.
very out there.
I like stuff like that. We'll see. I'll let you
And
know. I'll
Barry
text
Keoghan,
you.
I guess, has a scene where he's just full down, and they didn't put a prosthetic on there either.
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, sorry, I can't say that.
This is a
Hey,
family show.
Yeah, come on. Hey.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
I saw Wonka.
Ugh,
Oh,
Not
All right.
good.
yeah.
It's all right.
not a fan.
I'm anti Wonka.
I'm anti. Yeah, I'm anti.
anti Wonka.
Yeah, you're anti Willy Wonka.
Wonka.
What about the Gene Wilder movie?
Oh,
No,
that one's
I'm,
good.
I'm
No,
anti
he's good.
Chalamet.
Anti,
Wonka.
yeah, we're
Oh,
anti the
okay.
new one.
Because he
Yeah.
looks more
Yeah.
like Johnny Depp.
Taking a stand.
I don't like when they change. So okay, so the original Gene Wilder version only deals with Wonka leaving and the factory and the kids, and that's it.
Yes.
That's all you need.
So right, well, okay, fine, but I will say the Johnny Depp version, as weird as it is, hear me out. It gives you the backstory of Willy Wonka, and now this one gives you a completely different backstory of Willy Wonka. So it's like, what are we doing?
But I don't think the Depp one and the Gene Wilder were ever supposed to be the same Willy Wonka.
Well, I mean, ask Tim Burton.
Yeah. I'd like to ask him a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
My favorite is obviously the Gene Wilder one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
me too. Me too.
Fantastic.
No, this movie's like more in the spirit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Nah.
Well,
Not watch Chalamet. That's what
yeah,
I'm
going to
you
hibernation.
anti-Chalamet now?
Hibernation till Dune 2.
Yeah.
This
Dune.
is fun, RJ. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for
This is
having
nice.
us in the Movie Mob podcast, guys.
That's us.
Comment below. What were your favorite movies of 2023? All right, there were a lot of good ones. Let us know, and I'm sure we'll see you. We'll see you soon
Oh, we'll
on the
be
flip
back.
side, guys. Happy New Year. When's this dropping? What do you think? This after the New Year? When is the new year?
Might be we might
This weekend.
Well, either way,
This weekend. It might,
Happy
yeah,
New Year.
It might be
Happy
2024.
Hanukkah. Happy
Kwanzaa and
Kwanzaa.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And Easter's coming along. We'll do it Easter.
Yeah, there you go.
How
Right
you
around the
doing?
corner.
Happy
All right.
Valentine's Day.
All right.
You know.
From the Movie Mob. How you doing?
Right on.